So, to say that there is no need to consult the board is pure mischief.
What about the part where he says that some of these figures, that the Minister of State just put figures to it in order to perhaps give a good dog a bad name in order to hang it? He went on to say that Kachiko did the same thing while he was GMD of NNPC up until when he was, in fact, that he constituted the first NTB on September 8, 2015 and continued to chair it until June 2016. Does that then tell us that, look, something seems to be way beyond what has been put out there for us to see from the Minister of State?
Well, if figures were forged, so to speak, I'm not here to prove or disprove that. My major concern would be the institution itself. How strong is it? Is it able to... And my quarrel really would be that any administration that want to actually fight corruption, would look at the systems, because corruption is systemic. And to effectively curb corruption, you don't mention names. You don't even mention these monies that we're mentioning now. You look at the system, find out where the loopholes are, and plug those loopholes. Today, we have come to know, and this again, please present to the fact that, if you want to be the president of Nigeria, it's almost like the matter of a life and death. You want to be Nigeria's president, so you must be Nigeria's president. Some of us are beginning to know now why that is. Because for two people to handle the entire pulse of a nation of 160 million people is worrisome and questionable.
Well, so what do we then do? Because if the BPP has not been breached in any way, because they subject some of these contracts within the limits of the NTB, the Tenders Board of the Corporation, is this something that we need to say, okay, wait a minute, what exactly is the core objective of that, the Public Procurement Act, and how do we bring it in this context in order to ensure that thresholds such as this one possibly be revisited?
Even if you look at the submission of Mr. Barrow, the BPP is a World Bank tool that we're trying to domesticate. From time to time, it goes through amendments and all of that to make it a lot more proper for our client here. But if you look at Barrow's submission, the GMD or the Tenders Board, has choice over whether and when to use some aspects of the Procurement Act 2007 or to use the internal procurement process of the NNPC. So the problem itself lies in the law of the NNPC as it pertains to procurement. That's where the real problem is.
So what would you want to see revisited about this matter?
I would like to see a situation where the board of the NNPC, the supervisory board of the NNPC, is expanded to a minimum of about 37 people. Why do I say this? We have 36 states. This matter is crucial, very crucial. 36 states of the Federation. So it would be like a quasi-commission. Every state must have an input into how the monies in the NNPC is expended.
Every state?
Every state.
That's going to be...
Yeah, so...
Isn't that going to weigh them down
listen
from
to
their
me,
functions?
Listen to me. See, when you look at the committee that shares revenue in the nation, that kind of body is in existence. All right? So for that kind of board, it's like a commission. So every state has a commissioner. Every state has a commissioner, and then the professionals will also be there. That way, everyone begins to know what happens with the expenditure of the NNPC. That will bring about a lot of instrument of checks and balances within the NNPC, within the procurement in the NNPC.
Did you also expect him, because when he said they were ordered to respond to all of these matters, then the part that he was silent on about the appointments Should they have made a comment or two about that? Because there are those who suggest that, well, if he spoke about these other ones and left out this one, it means that, well, that one perhaps is beyond him.
I looked at the 14 names. I saw that 2 names were Yorubas, 1 Ijaw, and the other 11 Hausa names. And for me, one thing became very clear, that the NNPC is sick internally. The culture of the 3 Ps, production, promotion, procurement, needs a proper cleansing. It is sick. Because when you look at the federal character spirit, you won't tell me that 11 officers of that level would come from only one part of the country, while 3 comes from, the other parts of the country. That's absolutely wrong. And to also say that the supervisory board, the governing board, should have no input in the restructuring of the organogram of an organization. Maybe Barrow wants to evolve his own laws of management, because will become a laughing stock.
But can we really say it's about him? Because if he's insisting that he complied with their requirements, the laws there, should it then the focus be about him or about what the law allows the office of the GMD to do?
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. I'm laboring to make. Look, President Jonathan had a minister. You see the massive looting. We are still discovering the money stolen by Desiani. You see Malabo oil scandal. I told you from the days of Riwano Lukman till now, the scandal is there, it keeps coming. That shows that something is wrong with the NNPC Act.
And which we haven't sought to change.
Yes, we are not. You see, I think it's a deliberate act to just turn a blind eye to that. Thank God this is all coming up.
Does that mean that this will let us change it?
Look, everyone will be there to watch that this thing is changed. It has to change. Because it can't continue like this.
Okay, we've got a question from Markwe. Markwe?